All right, part 2 of ranking the DCEU suits. Let's jump right back into it. So with this Batman suit, it's the regular suit he wears in Batman vs. Superman and for the better part of the Justice League film. When it comes to Batman designs, I do think pretty much every bat suit I've ever seen is really cool in their own way. I think the wider bat symbol is neat, paired up with the tinier bat ears like the Dark Knight Returns suit. Me personally, if I ever made a bat suit, it wouldn't look like this. And I think if this was just another Batman world where he was singular on his own with nobody else, it would be an odder choice for the Batman design. I think I have to put this suit in the S tier because when you compare them and put him alongside the Superman and Wonder Woman of the world, these suits just complement each other so well. So here's another character I wouldn't have cared how they designed them, but I gotta say the Ratcatcher suit is pretty neat. I'm gonna put it in B. It's almost like this steampunk kind of hazard suit. I really like it. Next is Cyborg. I'm gonna put him in A. I think once again, it's so well done with the intricate pieces. The only thing I think I would have personally changed was I would have made parts of his body a little bulkier. Next up is this freaking kaiju thing. I swear to God, I said this same thing when I was doing the power scaling tier. I don't know what the hell this is. Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what it is, if you guys know what it is, and then I will respond to that comment with my rating of this design. I'm just gonna put it in F. I don't think it's an F because I just don't know what it is. Next is Feora. It's basically General Zod's spacesuit. I'm just gonna put it in S. Very well done. Now you have the Flash's suit for the Flash movie. I am going to put this thing in D. I think this suit sucks. It is personally not for me. The only saving grace about the suit is how red it is. I know that sounds like a weird compliment. And I also like the glowing flash symbol in the middle, but even that could have been reworked to be much better. I just don't like this suit. Next is the Nazi general from Wonder Woman. He's dressed up how you would want a Nazi general to look in World War II. We'll put him in B. Solid costume design. Now you have Darkseid again, and it's the look of Darkseid in modern day. So he's a little more adult in appearance and has some more garments on him considering he's a form of a king. I am going to put this in S as well, right beside the other Darkseid. It's just so damn good. Like, I can't see how you would have made Darkseid look better than the way they did in this movie. It's awesome. Next, you have Cheetah. I'm putting Cheetah in D. Not only was I not really a fan of the look of Cheetah in the movie, but that entire sequence was so dark, I couldn't fully see what she looked like. So she can't be higher than a D for me. Next, you have Zeus. I'm actually going to put Zeus in B. Nothing against the design at all. I think it's a solid design. I think just for myself, I would have done a little bit of different color choices and a little bit of a variation on the appearance of how he looks in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But overall, it's a good look. I don't have much to complain about. Then you have Vigilante. I'm also going to put Vigilante in B. He could have also been a C or a neutral character for me in the sense that I wouldn't have cared how they designed him. Vigilante, you can tell, is just a guy who's trying to fight crime in his own murderous way, and he doesn't have a proper suit, so you can tell that like he's just scrounged up pieces and made a homemade suit, almost like Spider-Man would. And I do appreciate that. I think they made the idea of that look solid on screen. Then you have General Zod's family crest suit. That is another S because it's basically another black Superman suit almost. It's just so well designed. Now we head into a tricky one. It's the Joker, because the photo of this Joker is the Joker from Zack Snyder's Justice League, which I really liked his design there. But then we also got to remember the Suicide Squad version of him with the damaged on his forehead and the tuxedo and suits he would wear in that film. Overall, I'm gonna put him at C because I'm very neutral in the sense that I don't have enough of an opinion. I don't think we ever saw enough of this Joker to say it's good or bad costume design or character in general. There's a chance if we got more of the character, he could have been a B or an A in costume, or he could have even shot down to a D. So for now, I gotta put him in C. Next, you have Dr. Savannah. Once again, I know I keep saying this, I'm neutral though. I could care less how they would have designed this type of character. They did stay somewhat true to the comic book look of them, so I'm good with it either way. Nothing special, nothing memorable for me, but it's not terrible by any means. Then you got Katana. I think they did such a good job. I'm putting her in A. For the time we saw her, she looked really cool. And it's just really unfortunate we did not see more. Judo Master from Peacemaker, I'm sorry, once again, I gotta put it in D. I think the suit is just flat out ugly. It looks like a poorly 3D printed suit. I just do not like it. Next is the Aquaman suit from the Aquaman movie, and I'm gonna chuck this in A as well. I might as well just put him right beside his counterpart here if it would let me. There we go. And I think the thing with this suit is Jason Momoa clearly fits darker toned Aquaman and brighter toned Aquaman when it comes to his suits. He can rock both. I like him. Next is Wonder Woman's gold suit from '84. Other than that movie being terrible, I will say this suit was well designed. I'm gonna put it in B though, because we simply did not see enough of it. It was only used as a plot device. Then you have Bloodsport. I'm actually gonna put him in A, and I have really only one reason why. And I don't know if this is what they went for, but I love the almost alien inspired mask that he wears, and that alone puts him into an A for me. Next, you have an atrocity, and that is going straight into F. I don't think I even need to explain why that version of Steppenwolf is an F. Just the worst downgrade you could ever have in a comic film of all time. Here is another F, simply because, once again, I'm sorry guys, I'm blanking on who this is. For the life of me, I sat here for like 2-3 minutes trying to think, and I don't know. I'm not putting him in an F because I think it's an F. I'm putting them in an F because I can't think of who it is. Next, we have King Shark, and I'm actually putting King Shark in a D, guys. I didn't like the design of him in the Suicide Squad film. I've even seen artwork of what King Shark would have looked like in the first Suicide Squad film, because I guess they were at one point thinking of using him in the movie. That design was awesome. I personally would have done King Shark as almost a Killer Croc situation, where he's like 8 feet tall, super goddamn muscular, and has the scariest face you could imagine. That's my personal opinion though. I didn't really like this design. Next, you have what Ares looks like when he fights Wonder Woman at the end of her first movie, and I'm going to give it a B because I think it looked solid at times, and I think it had potential, but it is going to stay on the lower end of B because sometimes not only was it poorly CGI'd, but it was too dark and the scenes moved too quick where you could barely see him sometimes, and it can't be higher than a B for me. Now you have the other armored batsuit from Zack Snyder's Justice League. This is another bad boy going into the S tier. I do not care what anyone says about these movies. The one thing that is for certain is the Trinity was made up so goddamn well. I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but they just complement each other on screen so well, and that does look like something an older Batman would wear on the field. Now you have Starro. This is another character I'm neutral on. You could have gone with the colorful look like they did here. You could have gone with a darker look. You could have gone with some sort of creepy, weird Cthulhu creature. I wouldn't have cared how you made it. But I'm gonna put it in B because I think it was solid. Then you have Peacemaker from Suicide Squad. The only difference is he wears the helmet more. I'm just gonna put him beside the other Peacemaker in B. Solid suit. Then you have Enchantress. I got no problem with the character design at all. No problem at all. The movie in itself is different and the motives and stuff, but the design is okay, and that's why I'll put her in B2. Then you have the Superman suit from the Joss Whedon cut, and honestly, this suit is really no different from his other Superman suits other than the fact that the blue is brighter. Really does not make much of a difference. It's gotta go into S. I'm just gonna put him beside Superman here because it's the exact same suit, really. Next, you have Cyclone, which I actually liked her character in Black Adam. I think the way they showed her powers were really cool. Her suit, on the other hand, I don't really care for it. I don't love it. I don't hate it, and I'll put her in C. Then you got Hawkman, and they did a damn good job on this movie's designing for some of these characters. I'm gonna put him in A as well. Another Black Adam character in Atom Smasher, and I'm gonna put him in B because I think overall it's a solid suit, but I do think it looks too Deadpoolish. It's too much of a blue Deadpool mask, and I think they could have gone a little bit different there. You have another creature that I'm sorry guys, I'm blanking on. It's going into F. Finally, you have Sabak, which, you know what, actually is going into F because that CGI is terrible. As much as I think Black Adam is an alright movie, they could have easily done without the Sabak character, but the CGI on that character is so horrendous, it's actually a little hard to watch that end fight. I don't find it hard to get invested into CGI'd characters that are done really well. I find it hard to get invested into CGI'd characters that you can tell are so poorly CGI. I would have been happy if I could have CGI'd something like that because I'm not a professional. These are $1 million budget films. They gotta do better. All right, well, there is my official tier list. I have 16 S's, 11 A's, 19 B's, 13 C's, 7 D's, and 5 F's, but really only 2 F's because I don't know who the last 3 are there. I gotta say, one piece of me is a little surprised how many S designs I have, but the other half of me really is not surprised at all. I think one thing we can generally agree upon for the DCEU is that a lot of the costume designs are done really damn well. I'm sure maybe some of you would drop and lower maybe some of the S's I have, but for me, even if they are designs that I personally wouldn't have chosen if I was in charge, the creative vision that some of these people had for their designs, it is so damn cool and it translates so well on screen. But that is it for my DCEU rankings video, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think overall and what some changes in your opinion for your list would be. If there's any other tier lists you would like me to do, let me know in the comments below and I will eventually get around to it. But that is it for this one, everyone. So until next time, I will talk to you all very soon.